Hello, and welcome back to Sweet Evil Inc. We are playing Marvel Champions again. I am Epic Odyssey.
I am Kutrain.
All right, and currently playing our way through the fan-made Endeavor campaign, made by Vinny Kaz. Do I pop that over? Just to show off this campaign. I printed out the rulebook just in case we need it. We are currently on the second scenario of this campaign. Basically, Drop Zone 2, in Reality 1. We are playing, and we are up against Taskmaster. So, interesting thing about this one. Last one we did was Rhino. I had played Rhino many times by that point. So I pretty much knew how that villain worked. That's on stream. I have never actually played against Taskmaster before. Neither has Kutrain, obviously, because Kutrain, I'm the one who mostly plays this game. Kutrain usually plays 2-player with me when he has the time.
Even I've played Rhino a couple of times.
Yeah, but neither of us have played Taskmaster, so we're gonna see how this goes. I have absolutely no idea what his deck is like. I did read what he actually does, and it sounds like it sucks on his actual villain card. But we'll see. First thing we wanted to do is go over a couple of things that we missed at the end of the last stream. So the last stream we got all of our loot and our experience for that stream, and we also I spent 250 experience for one of the cards that was in the on the helicarrier. And one of the things we forgot to do is get the achievement for that. So there is an achievement for purchasing your first asset from the helicarrier vendor. And that is an achievement that each agent gets separately. So I got that achievement last time. The reward for getting that achievement is an L3 drop, a loot 3 drop. And the card I got for that is Stealth Strike. We will not be seeing this in the game anytime soon because we currently do not have access to Justice. But I did want to show that I got that. The other thing we decided to do real quick is spend Kutrain's 250 experience on getting a clearance level. And he chose to go up the Cavalry track, which got us an armored vest. Which this you will see. We are putting it in our protection deck. The other thing about this current one is that we decided to swap our aspects. So this time Thor is going to be protection and Hawkeye is going to be aggression. So we will see how that goes. I have played an aggression Hawkeye deck before, and I do enjoy it. I think it works well. But neither of us have ever played a Thor protection deck, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, and I think we are pretty much ready to start. So we're going to do some quick shuffling. I already shuffled the villains deck off stream. I did do a little bit of shuffling for my hero deck. And Kutrain needs to do some shuffling to get the armored vest in there.
Yep. I popped it in the middle, did a little bit of the hand shuffling, whatever that's called. And now it's going in here. Monday I'll learn how to shuffle. Today is not that day.
I don't think you're ever going to.
I am never going to learn how to shuffle.
I was gonna say don't make that promise. I don't.
That is
I've known you for a very long time. I don't think you're going to learn how to shuffle.
So you can vouch for the fact that I do sometimes say that phrase of one day I'm going to learn this or that. Sometimes I make good on it. Usually I don't. Actually, I have no idea what the success rate is, but that doesn't matter right now.
I have absolutely no idea. Okay, so we are up against Taskmaster. Let's read. So setup's already done. We have the Hydra Patrol, standard encounter set, and the random modular encounter set is Weapon Master, which is not random technically. It's the suggested one for this one, and the one that can be switched out. But we do have Weapon Master in here. Setup is to set aside the captive, set each captive ally aside. So our captive allies are over here. I have no idea what those are for or when they come into play. We'll find out, I guess. Search the encounter deck for the Hydra Patrol, which is right here. And put it into play. And this should have 2 per player on it. Alright, and Hydra Patrol says, when defeated, each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a Hydra minion and puts it into play. Engaged with them. Shuffle the encounter deck. Oh, this is a crisis icon, which sucks.
Which one's that?
I think that is the one that basically means we cannot thwart the main scheme.
Ooh.
I'll have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure that's what that one is. Alright, and the villain. Taskmaster has a force response. After a player changes the hero form, they discard the top card of the encounter deck and take damage equal to the number of boost icons on that card. So that's going to be fun to deal with. Alright, now let's turn this over. So hunting down heroes. The notorious Taskmaster has been appointed Hydra's Chief of Police. Okay. His top priority is hunting down the outlaw heroes. Force response. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, each player in hero form must choose to either place 1 threat here or take 1 damage. Well, that's going to be interesting. Alright, and it starts with 2 threat. It starts with 1 threat per player, so it's going to be 2. Okay. Alright, so your turn is first. So first we're going to draw our starting hands, and then during your turn I'll just double check to make sure I remember this icon correctly. Because I don't see it as often as the other icons, so I'm not sure. Alright, my hand size is 6.
And 5 for me.
6. Alright, let's see what we got. And let's do our mulligans.
Oh, right. I always forget mulligan's a thing.
An explosive arrow is not... I don't have any of my good setup cards right now.
Don't need to heal.
Chasing down is not going to be useful right now. There's no other enemies, so I'm going to get rid of that. Surprise attack might be useful. Explosive arrow is not going to be useful.
Don't need to heal.
Don't need that either.
I am not stunned or confused.
We both got athletic conditioning in our first hand.
I don't know if I want to keep any of these. Like,
yeah.
the 2 that I'm thinking I might hold on to would require me to hold on to them into the next round and not use them.
Not useful, no. I wouldn't do that. That's not a good first turn.
So just mulligan the entire thing?
Yeah. that's your only option, I think. I think I'm going to hold on to surprise attack.
It's all mental resources. That's great.
I'm hold on to explosive arrow.
Plus side, I definitely got second wind again.
Ooh, expert marksman, good. And okay.
Ooh. That definitely did improve quite a bit. Now I've got a problem for what to actually use.
Alright, well, it is your turn.
Alright.
I'm going to let you, while you're doing that, I'm going to look up the crisis icon.
Alright. That's a good thing to do. That's a good thing to do. I think I'm doing for Asgard. Does it matter what I do? I'm going to use Second Wind. So,
Yeah.
for Asgard, paying the 1 second wind that I still don't need because I still haven't taken damage, I search my deck and discard for a card with the Asgard trait and add to hand. Lady Sif right off the bat is not without temptation. Another God of Thunder. Oh, that's a good question. What do I have left? 1, 2, 3. Oh. That's going to be a tough one. That's going to be tough. I have to afford everything is the hard part.
Alright, so I was right about the Crisis icon.
Thor's helmet, I can get that out, but I don't think that's what I want. Oh, right. While I'm here, I'm going to use my ability and grab Mjolnir.
Oh, you're doing the same thing as you did at the beginning of the
Exact
previous
same
game.
thing, I think. If I do that, though, if I grab Asgard now, my hand size will be big. My current turn will be awful. I have problems. I have problems. I might actually use Mjolnir as a resource for that. Anyway, I'm doing that. That can go in the discard. So, this is what I'm working with right now.
Do you have any way to thwart, by the way?
Not normally. I can thwart for 1 with my actual identity. So I'm going to make use of these 2. Lightning Storm, too early to really need to focus on it, and I don't have any use for it. I want God of Thunder out, and I want Asgard out. I do not have 5 useful things. Actually, get God of Thunder out. That gets rid of 2. That leaves me with Mjolnir, this, and still not enough to get Asgard out. Okay, I think I have to hold on to Asgard for a turn. I think that's my best bet. Either that or hold on to God of Thunder for a turn. But
Wait,
no.
I'm confused. What exactly are you doing?
I want to get God of Thunder out, get that permanent resource going, and get
Right.
Asgard out, get the permanent hand size increase going. I can spend these 2 to get God of Thunder out. That would actually give me another resource right there.
Right.
And then to get Asgard out, I need 3, and I only have 2 left, and that would require me to make use of Mjolnir as a resource.
Yeah, and it's not likely that you're going to be... Because you're not staying Odinson right now, right?
Probably not, no.
Yeah, so it's not likely you're going to be Odinson in a while.
So I think I'll hold on to Asgard, tap God of Thunder to bring Mjolnir out, have those 2 go, and have this in hand.
Okay.
I think that is my best bet. So I'm going to leave that there as a reminder to shuffle. It is a complete mess. This goes into my hand. These 2, spent, bring God of Thunder out.
Put it down here.
Yeah.
Or yeah, we'll put it like at least like here or here or something.
I'll put it right here. That's where I did it last time.
Okay.
And then tap that to spend to bring Mjolnir out. My attack is now +1. I am out of resources, except for Asgard. I've already used this ability. Now I flip up to Thor, gain his ability. And then the question is, do I want to attack or thwart?
Thwart.
Do you think you can get rid of the rest of that?
No, but... Well...
Shuffling this in the meantime. Attack or thwart. Attack or thwart. Who knows which one's right? I don't know many rhymes for thwart. So I didn't.
Can we stop saying please?
Okay. Doing the
think,
same math that I was just doing.
yeah, I think I'm gonna end up holding on to 2 cards for next turn, which is gonna suck, but I'll have to deal with it. Oh, you flipped up, didn't you?
I did flip up.
So,
Oh,
what's your
right,
response?
yes.
You take 3 damage.
Oh boy. And that's just straight up damage. It's not like attacking or anything.
Nope, that's just yeah, it just says deal take damage equal to the number of boost icons on that card. That's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's my turn?
It's your turn, and I've shuffled.
Oh, did you actually do anything with your...
I did not. It is not your turn, because I... So you think I should thwart for the 1 instead of attacking for 3?
Yeah, we need to get rid of that side scheme, and I don't think it's going to happen. It's not going to happen all at once. I do not think we have the ability to do that, so slowly is better. I don't think we need to do damage on the first turn.
Yeah, okay. I do remember you mentioning off stream that we don't want to flip him to his second form terribly quickly. No,
Well,
it was
we
the
don't,
timing.
Yeah, we don't want to flip him to a second form on the same turn that we deck out.
That's what it was. Anyway,
All right, my turn.
thwart.
I'm probably gonna end up thwarting as well.
Let's see if I get a minion to attack me this time.
All right, so I'm going to spend the resource of any type. My hand is not working for me at the moment.
You want to spread out the way I did and see where it goes?
No. I know exactly what's going on with my hand. The problem is there's 2 different directions I can go with it, and deciding which one is what's hurting me. Because I want to... I'm definitely going to pay surprise attack to search my deck for my bow. Where's my bow?
The bow. You gotta say it like Merida.
No, I don't. Oh, there it is.
Right. You gotta say it like Merida in that one scene.
I'm not even sure what we're talking about.
Bow. Actually, that might be more of a meme than anything else. I have to watch that movie again. It was good.
Alright. I'm going to put my bow into play. And then I'm going to flip up and take 1 damage.
This deck is gonna go down so quickly.
I mean, we should be okay as long as we don't constantly flip back and forth. Okay, so the problem I'm running into right now is I have Expert Marksman in my hand, and I want to get that down because that's a really important resource generation. It's only good for arrows, though. I do have an arrow in my hand, but it's not a very useful arrow for first turn. It's the explosive arrow, which basically allows me to choose a player and deal 3 damage to the villain and each minion engaged with that player.
That would be most useful the moment we get rid of that scheme.
Yeah, I am... I also have Government Liaison and Mockingbird in my hand, which are a really good combination. So Government Liaison, I can exhaust government liaison to play a shield card from my hand, reducing its cost by 1. Mockingbird is a shield card, and not only that, but Mockingbird, when the villain initiates an attack against you, spend 1 resource of any type and return Mockingbird to your hand. Prevent all damage from this attack.
Ooh.
That
is an interesting combo.
That is a good combination with government liaison, and I want to get them both out. So I think what I'm going to end up doing.
So you have 4 resources?
What?
Would you have 4 resources to spend for that? Or with the multi-turn approach like mine?
Yeah, that is the problem, because I need to get government liaison down. I'm only going to have 5 cards next turn. So, to get government liaison down, and then... So... Yeah, you're right. I probably wouldn't be able to actually play Mockingbird next turn.
And I assume, yeah. I was gonna say, I assume you.
I'm actually debating on holding on to Expert Marksman and Mockingbird in my hand, and actually spending the explosive arrow in my other card to put government liaison down this turn. Because that will, yeah, because that will. That'll mean that I should have enough to put out both Mockingbird and Expert Marksman next turn.
Okay.
So yeah, we're in setup mode right now. So, and the explosive arrow is not the best card to play right now anyway. And if I'm not going to play the explosive arrow, then there's no point in putting down Expert Marksman yet. But I don't want to spend it because it's kind of important. So yeah, I'm gonna spend these 2 cards to put down Government Liaison. Put it here. All right, and I hate holding on to this many cards between turns, but I don't really have a choice if I want to play them both.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna hold on to these cards. I guess I'll throw it with Hawkeye. All right, and that is my turn.
You flipped up, you said?
Yes, I did. I already did that.
Oh, you. Oh,
I
right.
took 1 damage.
I'm not paying attention. I'll go leave it to you.
All right, let's draw our hands and flip back up and ready ourselves. That's the word.
Hand size 4, and I already have 1 in there.
Oh, that's annoying.
3, 4.
All right, villain phase. So
I hit my hand.
yeah, I'm kind of annoyed with my hand too.
Asgard is the 2nd cheapest card in my hand.
I mean, you were planning on just spending your whole hand to do Asgard anyway, right?
I do have the extra point here, so I'll end up with an extra card again.
Yeah, that was pretty much the most likely thing to happen.
Yeah, very fair. Very fair.
Okay. So, villain phase. So, we add 2 for the threat step. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, each player in hero form must choose to either place 1 threat here or take 1 damage. We are both in hero form.
I just got rid of, like, I got rid of 3 healing cards from my deck already.
Oh,
the mulligan and my first hand were 3 healing cards. So I do not like where I am already. I'm almost definitely going to have to switch down to my other form just to heal up more.
Yeah, I'm debating. I'm gonna take the damage. That puts me at 7.
I think I will as well. 1 damage?
Yes.
10 is still good, but that's going to go down very quickly.
Alright, so he's attacking you. Are you defending or not?
Well, I have allies on Asgard, so. And we're trying to get rid of that, so I should. What should I do? Should I defend?
At
Probably
this
not.
point, I don't think so.
Alright, taking those schnoz.
Alright, so that's 3 damage.
3 damage.
Alright, and
I
I'm
already hate this guy.
not gonna defend either. I take 4 damage. So I'm already down to 3.
I'm down to 7. I'm down to half health.
I I'm down to less than half. Okay, so yours.
Hydra Soldier.
You get to draw 2 cards.
I get to draw 2 cards. 1,
Put that up there.
2. That actually is very useful.
This has guard.
So I have to hit him.
Yeah, and when defeated, deal the engaged player an encounter card.
I hate this guy.
Alright. Hunted by Hydra. In Site 1, when this card is revealed, place 1 threat on the main scheme. Okay. And when revealed, each player in hero form takes 1 damage and discards 1 card at random from their hand. Oh, that sucks. I'm down to 2 health.
It's gonna be a very, very quick one, isn't it?
This is... Oh, this is already bad. I didn't really... The problem was the combination of my opening hand. And... Vibranium Arrow. That means I'm not going to be able to afford to do what I want to do.
That's annoying.
Okay, Oh, this is frustrating. Well, it is my turn. I'm gonna have to flip down, which sucks, but it is what it is. And I am debating... Okay, so I'm not going to do the Mockingbird play yet because I'm going to be flipping down, so there's... So she's not good at blocking right now. But I think I'm gonna play... I'm going to use Press the Advantage to play my Expert Marksman. And then I'm going to use the Expert Marksman to play my Explosive Arrow that I have in my hand. Exhausting the Bow, I'm going to choose you. That deals 3 damage to the minion engaged with you, and 3 damage to Taskmaster.
Ooh, okay.
No, Taskmaster should be... Did you do any damage to him?
Nope.
Neither did I.
I thwarted.
He should be 26, not 23. Okay, well I just did... That's whatever. I don't know why I moved it up to 26 and then back down to 23.
For variety.
And then that is 3 damage to that guy. That leaves Mockingbird in my hand again, which sucks. But that's besides... That is what it is. And... I'm gonna thwart. And then flip down. Alright, and it is your turn.
You know what? I went down, that goes back up again. Phase. So I have an awesome, awful hand. Asgard, I want that. Momentum Shift, I want that. Deal 2 damage to... Heal 2 to me, deal 2 to an enemy. Which would actually take out the Hydra Soldier, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Although, downside's available. Luke Cage, I want that. 4. Lady Sif, I want her. 4.
Honestly, I think all you can do with that guard. Oh right, you drew 2 cards. I forgot about that.
I also have Lightning Strike and Hard to Ignore. Hard to Ignore is actually annoying, now I think of it. After your hero defends against an attack and takes no damage, exhaust Hard to Ignore and remove 1 threat from the main scheme. I assume that does not go around the...
No, you can't at the moment. Which doesn't matter at the moment, because we're about to get rid of the Crisis Icon anyway.
Mm-hmm. That's just irritating. So I definitely am going to get Asgard out there.
Yeah, you have to. There's no way you're getting these, so you might as well pay with them.
These 2?
Yeah.
I was thinking of holding on to one of them.
I mean, if you're trying to do wait. You have 3 here. And if you do manage to play Momentum Shift, that's 5 resources you need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's your best option.
I was kind of hoping to have Lady Sif out there and have a double Thor attack or thwart or whatever.
You would have to hold on to her till next turn, and you're better option. You have better options than that.
Yeah, but she's also Thor now. Anyway, yeah, I should probably just use these 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll go in a correct order. First, I'm gonna get just Asgard out of there. Order doesn't matter for that. And I did do that just now. And Momentum Shift. Heal 2 damage to the hero. Sweet nectar come to my health bar. And 2 damage to an enemy. I assume I want to just get rid of him.
Yeah, I think that's your best option.
So 3 there. He's dead. And deal the engaged player an encounter card. So just straight up what it says on the card?
Yep, you just get no, you don't reveal it until the encounter phase.
Deal
it's
the...
it's just an extra encounter card.
Dealing the counter card. Got it. That'll still suck.
As far as I'm aware, you never reveal encounter cards unless you're in the encounter phase.
That's fair.
Thwart with Thor. Get rid of Hydra Patrol.
Goodbye.
Also, kind of frustrating that you're getting the
both of them.
You're getting the credit for both the side scheme and the minion, even though I helped with both, and I did more damage to that minion.
Yes, you did. That is used.
Here, end of turn.
Dun, 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 dun. Yes.
Draw.
3, 4, 5. And ready everything up?
Yep. Alright. Oh, you thwarted this, right?
Yep.
When defeated, each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a Hydra minion and puts it into play, engaged with them. Shuffle. Oh! You defeated that on your turn, which means you get 2 more cards.
What?
You're about to put a Hydra minion in play with you.
Oh.
Let's
Oh.
Here, don't look at this yet.
Right, put that over
Let's
here,
retcon slightly. Which 2 were your cards that you just drew? That you drew first?
Hold on 1 second.
Because you're about to draw 2 cards.
Basically, I'd be doing this.
Yep, put them back. Put them back in the same order you just pulled them out. Alright, let's retcon slightly. So, let's say that you... Let's say that you thwart first. Before defeating the minion. And this isn't out yet. Let's say you thwart first and do this first, and then draw 2 cards, and then look at your hand and see what you want to do.
Okay.
So we'll pretend this is still here.
I am just going
Sorry,
to
we're
follow
gonna-
you on this one.
Well, yeah. Okay, so these were...
So basically, So the
So
order of
yeah,
operation
you wanted to
is
play. You wanted to play the. You played.
Moment-
You wanted to play these two cards, and you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are this was your hand.
that was my hand. So I'm using momentum shift first. That's basically the bottom
No,
line.
no, no. You were thwarting first to get rid of that,
Right.
which puts a Hydra minion. This doesn't happen yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which puts a Hydra minion into play engaged with you, which allows you to draw 2 cards
Yes.
before you even do anything with your cards.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
uh,
Is it literally a Hydra minion or just Hydra this or that? Hydra subtype?
yeah, they have to be a Hydra subtype minion. So, yeah, a
Do we
Hydra minion. So,
Is there anything in the discard we want? Hydra
wait,
regular?
is it go through the encounter deck and discard pile?
Whichever we prefer.
The Hydra soldiers have guard. Hydra regulars only have 2 health.
Incite 1.
Yeah, that's the only problem with them.
Place 1 on the main scheme.
Yeah. We can weather that at least.
Yeah.
Do we want to both
And
do a
it's
Hydra
also,
regular?
and it's 2 damage as well, so 2 HP.
Do we want to both do a Hydra regular? Because that would they both have it would be
That'd probably be a
Insight
good
2
idea.
basically.
That'd be a good idea.
Keep in mind that I am
Also, a side effect of doing Hydra regulars is they're worth 2 of those boost things out of the deck.
yeah. Well, keep in mind that I am so he's gonna be scheming on my turn, but he only has a scheme of 1. I'm not super.
Yeah, I think that's his only forgetting
Yeah.
point.
Okay, so there's a you take the one from the discard. I'll take the one from the deck.
Yep. I don't need to shuffle mine.
Okay, so now you get to draw 2
I
cards.
draw 2 cards.
And now rethink your turn.
New cards. Warning and hammer throw. Ooh. I'm holding on to warning. I'm going to be attacked, and that will reduce it.
I don't know if you're going to be able to if you want to do everything.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because you probably want to play Lady Sith.
Well, let me see remember what hammer throw does. Exhaust Mjolnir, deal 8 damage to an enemy, and return Mjolnir to your hand. Gains overkill. That's valuable. That's expensive, but that's valuable. Alright, so
Okay, so your option so definitely do Asgard first and pay with the cards you definitely don't want to play.
yeah.
Just to get that out.
Oh. No. Lightning strike is what I want.
Why?
Spend X resources, deal X damage to the villain and each minion engaged with you. So 1, 2, one of these 2.
I don't know.
2 damage, some extra damage on that.
Yeah, but if you do hammer throw,
I don't do hammer. Oh.
But if you do hammer throw, that's 1 damage,
5 damage.
7 damage.
7 damage, right.
That's a very big difference in 2. The only difference is you'll end up still having the Hydra regular engaged with you.
I think I want to take out the minions. It's nice that they have done their thing. Did we get the insight on the regular yet?
What?
Did we
I
get
already
the-
did it, yeah.
Okay, cool.
But also, if you get Lady Sith out, she can thwart.
I think
And
lightning.
she can ready thwart, and he can do 3 damage.
Yeah. I think I like lightning strike. Like this is what that's for, is dealing some damage to everyone.
Yeah, I somewhat agree with you.
And we're not hurting to deal heavy damage to him yet.
Get out Asgard first.
Yeah, okay. So let me reorganize.
Also, you didn't heal.
I didn't heal. What did I?
You,
Oh, yeah.
You had healed 2 with Memento Shift originally, so we are backtracking.
Yes. Momentum shift, and did we give him 2 HP back? Heal 2 from me, deal 2 to him.
No, we never dealt
right.
with him. We dealt it to the Hydra Soldier.
That's what it was. Okay. So, ba-dum-bum-bum. So I want to use Lightning Strike. Oh, I want to hold on to basically the energy sources for right now. I'm not going to need momentum. It's healing. The healing's better than the damage. So, Asgard's going out via hard to ignore. I'm going to use warning as predicted.
Use the momentum shift.
Yeah. I wanted that healing, but I will bring Asgard out as originally intended. Next, I'm going to use Lightning Strike. I want to do two damage, so I'm going to use this that way. And then I have to decide between these three. I'm definitely thinking...
Honestly?
Yeah?
Okay, no, that wouldn't have worked.
What?
I mean, you could just spend them all and do 4 damage. I still think you'd be better off putting Lady Sif out, but that's my opinion. Why are you at 11 health? You didn't heal.
I did that backwards.
I'm looking at your health like you're only at 7. Honestly, I still think putting out Lady Sif is the better option.
I'm thinking going halfway. I'm going to do 1 extra damage and spend Luke Cage and hold on to Lady Sif for next turn. Which would also allow me to defend if I need to.
Alright.
So, 1, 2, 3. 3 damage to all. Anything special on that? Ignores tough stats cards, and not if I have the aerial trait, but there's none out there, so whatever. So, dead, 3 damage. In fact, here. I was just going to do this. That works, right?
No. Oops.
Okay, so now, when defeated, deal the engaged player an encounter card.
That was the encounter card you got when you defeated it originally.
Except we shuffled.
Yes, except we shuffled, so it's a different encounter card. We have no idea what it was.
And nothing extra on the Hydra regular. That comes in when he comes in.
Alright, and then you
so
did.
to speak.
So, Taskmaster is down to 20.
Oof. And then your turn. Oh, good, you took it. Goodness.
No, my turn was already. All right, so now you end your turn and draw up your hand.
And my hand is indeed 5, so I got 1 for Lady Sif. 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, now I can actually look at my hand. I didn't want it to color what I told you to do. Okay. So villain's turn. That was another reason why I really wanted you to get Lady Sif out there, was so that she could thwart this. Because it's at 7 right now.
7 out of how many?
24. But he's about the scheme,
Yeah.
and I have a minion in front of me. So it's.
Did you? Oh, right. We're ready now. I forgot that part. Right? Yes.
Yes. Ready up. So add 2 for the threat phase. We have to decide if we want to take damage or add 1 to. I have to add 1 because I'm only at 2 health. I cannot go down to 1 health. Alright, what are you doing?
Everything.
Another reason why I wanted you to put Sif out.
Caramba. So my hand is looking like I'm going to be playing Lady Sif and Armored Vest. That's most like the most likely outcome.
How? Oh, wait.
Nope, my math's off.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I was looking at, like, you don't have enough resources for that.
I'll look again later.
I mean, unless you engage another minion. Which is possible, you have 2 encounter cards.
I think we are good for now. I think I'm going to do the... not take damage.
You're not taking damage?
Yeah.
Alright.
I definitely need to consider popping into my alternate form to make use of the healing.
Okay. So he is gonna scheme against me. Nothing I can do about that. So that's 2 scheme. It's currently at 13 out of 24. Alright, and my Hydra regular is gonna scheme. 14 out of 24. Okay, so now he's gonna attack you. Are you defended?
So he can do up to 6 damage, can't he? 5 damage.
I don't know if there's any 4s in there. I don't think there are. So probably 5 damage is the max. Unless something weird happens with the boost icon.
I think I should probably defend.
Your choice.
I'm going to defend. So, 3, 2, oh, shut up.
There you go. So you take 3 damage.
I'm going to call that a good decision.
Probably. Alright. And my encounter card first. Great. Attached to Taskmaster. This is Photographic Reflexes. Force Interrupt. When a player attacks Taskmaster, prevent all damage that would be dealt to Taskmaster and deal an equal amount of damage to that player's identity instead. Then discard Photo Reflexes, max once per attack.
What?
We gotta make sure that when...
How do you get rid of it?
The only way you can get rid of it is for it to go off.
Okay.
So basically, when a player attacks Taskmaster, prevent damage that would be dealt to Taskmaster and deal an equal amount of damage to that player's identity instead. So we have to plan exactly when we actually do that. And it's when a player attacks, it's not when we do damage. I would say an attack event counts too.
Maybe.
The problem is both of our attacks do 3 right now.
What also includes is allies.
When a player attacks.
Yeah. Like, an attack event card might be kind of going iffy for what was intended, but an ally absolutely is the player attacking.
Yeah, you're right. The way it's worded, that makes sense. So we'll put that there. Okay. Well, you have to reveal your cards.
Let's see if I survive. I did that in the wrong order, didn't I?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, Weapon Master. When revealed for hero, the villain attacks you. They have a weapon attach. If they have a weapon attachment, this card gains surge. Is that a weapon attachment?
No. It does not have the keyword weapon.
Ha 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 ha. That's correct, because this one sitting right on top is armor, weapon.
It actually doesn't have any keywords.
So that was close. Almost got 3 this turn. So I get attacked, and I can't defend. I have nothing to defend myself with. You also do not have anything to defend me with, period. So
Nope.
I am taking an attack, and I think I'm dead.
Yeah,
there's a
if
good
this is
chance.
more than 1, you're dead, so... Yep, take 4 damage.
4 damage.
And you're dead.
I am dead.
Do we want to... Because we barely got into that. Do we want to try again? Do we... Because there's no way I can win this by myself.
What's supposed to happen to that other card? Well, we have the opportunity. Like, does that go to you, or does that just not happen?
I think it would... I think it would go to me.
Let's at the very least get back to your turn.
Why?
Do things the way they're supposed to do before we make a decision.
I mean, on my turn, I'm gonna heal and then.
If it's supposed to go to you, let's resolve it. Yep.
Hang on, let me see. I think it is supposed to go to me though.
While we think it over, I'm going to mention that I was actually considering using Defender of the Nine Realms, which I consider a painful card to use, where I discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until I discard a minion, putting that in play with me, drawing 2 cards and removing 3 threat from a scheme, all for free. That was the way I discovered I could probably pull out Lady Sif and Armored Vest at the same time. That is the tale the dead man told.
Okay, so player elimination.
Part of my thought is the fact that you are so low in life, there's an extremely high chance that card will just kill you anyway and will have the decision made for us.
Hang on, I'm trying to. There you go. When a player is eliminated, their hand, all cards they control, and their deck are discarded, and counter cards dealt to them are discarded.
Oh.
Enemies engaged with them engage the next player in clockwise order, and then continue resolving any abilities that may have been interrupted by a player being eliminated. So players can still win or lose, but I don't think there's any way that I'm going to be able to win this by myself. Not, especially not because it still counts as a 2-player game. So
Yes,
anything
does.
that it's whatever you start with. That part I knew. So I mean, this whatever this was gets discarded.
Weapon Master. Is it the same? It's the same
It's the
card.
same exact card. So yeah, I would have died because he would have attacked. Well, actually, no. It's the alter ego modes. What would have happened? Why in the world
Villain
did you do
schemes. To move it into the middle of this, so when it shuffles, it's more likely to stay away.
that? Oh, sorry. I thought you were trying to in a way. So yeah, so he would have schemed, which would not have killed us. But
Pretty straightforward. They do their villain thing. Scheme if they would scheme.
yeah, I
Attack
do
if they would
not
attack.
think there's a way for me to win this like by myself.
It would be an extremely long slog. But we did get to explain what happens when someone dies.
Yeah, I mean, on my turn. Here, let me do my next turn real quick, because I'm
Sure.
because of my hand.
Yeah,
You know
have
what?
it.
I can see. All right, so first I'm gonna heal. That brings me up to 5. Then flip up. I'm going to exhaust Government Liaison to play Mockingbird, and I'm not sure with who yet. Hang on. That. With so play with those 2 cards. And then I would have exhausted Expert Markman to play my Sonic Arrow and also pay for the best card. So that deals 3 damage to an enemy and confuses them. Exhausting my bow. So that would have brought Taskmaster down to 17. And confused him. Which would not have helped me because he would still attack me.
Mm-hmm. which you would pretty much be forced to defend yourself for.
Yeah.
Or use Mockingbird? Mockingbird.
Probably would have used Mockingbird.
Your call if you want to play this out a little longer. I mean, if nothing else, we could try to get more experience for... Because we're playing a losing game regardless.
Yeah.
You could get experience for...
Yeah, I'm going to continue the game.
Yeah.
Let's see. Alright, so I'm actually going to attack the Hydra Regular with Mockingbird. Which does 2 damage to him and kills him.
Getting us more experience for... You're just grinding at this point.
Basically, yeah, might as well. Alright, I think that is everything that I can do. Alright, so I cannot flip back down, which I would like to because he's confused and not stunned. Alright, well that's the end of my turn, so... Okay.
Damage on Mockingbird?
Oh, yeah, I mean...
Probably won't stay.
Yeah. Alright, so... So add 2 to that for the threat phase. That is at 16 right now. I'm going to take a damage instead of adding to that. He is going to attack me. I am going to... So I get to spend one resource of any type and return Mockingbird to my hand and prevent all damage from the attack. So I'm not going to defend. When the villain initiates an attack, so I have to decide this when he initiates the attack, not when the damage happens. So I am going to use Mockingbird. I'm going to spend Into the Fray to return Mockingbird to my hand and prevent all damage from the attack that's about to happen, which is 2 plus 2, which would have been 4 and would have killed me.
Good defend.
Alright, take 1 encounter card. Hydra Soldier, hi. He has guard.
Experience.
I don't even know if I'm going to be able to defeat him. Alright, my turn.
It just occurred to me.
What?
I am Thor with 14 HP. That went to 0 in 2 turns. I don't think Taskmaster was a good person for us to go into blind.
Yeah, probably not. Okay, so I'm going to use... On my turn, I'm going to use Expert Marksman. Oh, I should have... Let me just do this real quick. I flipped up on my turn, so I should have done this.
Right.
So, I'm at 2 health. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to use Expert Marksman to play Cable Arrow, which exhausts Hawkeye's bow, remove 3 threat from a scheme. Alright. And then I'm going to exhaust Hawkeye to ready my bow and use these 2 cards to play Electric Arrow, which stuns the enemy and deals 3 damage. So 1, 2, 3. And stuns. I'm gonna hold on to Mockingbird, and that ends my turn. Oh, that would have done that. I think that's everything. Alright, so yes, that ends my turn, so I'm gonna do 1, 2... Oh, right, I'm flipping back down. Okay. So add in 2 for the threat phase. I'm gonna have to add another one for the force response after the threat phase. And then he schemes, but he's confused, so he does not scheme. And the Hydra Soldier schemes. So we are at 17 out of 24 on that. And then I take...
My death has given you a larger breath for getting that to die.
Attached to the villain. Attached to villain attacks... Attached to villain's attacks gain Pearson. And I have to spend them... And he also has +1 attack. I have to spend a mental and a physical resource to discard this card.
You haven't attacked him yet, right? Neither you nor Mockingbird?
I have not attacked him. I've used...
I don't think attack... Maybe if there's damage involved. But like the cards that say hero attack or something like that probably generally would not apply, I think.
I don't think we can have it both ways. Because we have said in the past that they do apply. So I think I would have died already.
What was the attack?
My electric arrow.
Your reaction attack, exhaust Hawkeye's bow, stun an enemy, deal 3 damage to it.
Yeah. I think technically that would have killed me.
Is that the rule we're going with? Those count as attack?
Well, that's the rule we went with when it suited us. So I think we have to go with it now. It works both ways.
You know, fine. You know, I can go with that now.
And I did completely forget about it, and I don't feel like retconning it, so we're just gonna say I did that and killed myself.
I am on board now. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to Taskmaster would be dealt. So, if it would have been 0, then he would reflect 0 back at you. So if you use an attack card that deals 0 damage, voila.
Like you could use your lightning strike to do 0 damage by not paying any lightning resource.
Exactly.
Can you do that? I wonder if
that's one of those things. Like, why would you ever do that? And the answer is this is why.
Yeah.
Spend X resources. 0 is a valid thing for X. It doesn't say that.
Okay, I think technically I just electrocuted myself. So, so yeah, so we are going to say that I just lost this.
We've officially lost.
All right, so let's see what we got out of it for our loss rewards. So
We are doing the full loss thing now?
Yep, let's do the full loss thing, because...
Wasn't sure if we were going to do that at the end of the stream, just do it twice.
No, because we're going to want to look at it and see if we want... We need
to incorporate it.
Yeah, also, we get tech cards for losing.
True.
So we want to have those for what we're about to do. So,
right, so what's
leave that there, but...
Pop all this back in my deck. I'll do some shuffling now.
Alright, so we are going to try this again. He starts at 26 health. We need Hydra Patrol. There it is. And these are going to get shuffled back in, so I'll reshuffle that in a moment. Good thing we didn't put any of the Nemesis in.
Yeah, it makes it easier.
That would have been annoying.
It would have been worse if it was like, you put the Nemesis in on the turn when I'm not playing. How many turns did you get through? One full turn and then another one where you killed yourself?
I'm pretty sure I killed myself on... No, I did. I think I did.
Because your turns are so much faster when I'm not involved.
I don't even know. I'm out of that right now.
Yeah.
All right. Let's...
I think you lasted about twice as long as I did.
All right, I want to put the helicarrier out.
No, I'm not going to do that right now.
I'm actually going to... Now let's move the heroes down off screen so we can actually get the helicarrier stuff out. I want to leave the villain up there, though. Alright, so let's see what our lost rewards are. Alright, so encounter loss. So we did it on standard 1, which is we each get 150 experience and 1 L2 drop, and we get a shield tech card for the next thing.
So that one. We each get one, or
we each get one, I believe. Yes.
Wow.
So. And we're also at the helicarrier, so I might as well do this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Here, roll for me. So tier B, roll that.
6.
That's an R choice.
Between the
yeah.
4 types.
Yeah, or basic. So probably, I don't think we're gonna be able to afford it anyway, unless we pull our experience or we sell things.
Tier B is just kind of okay, right?
Yeah, it's not the lowest, because tier B is the lowest on most of them, except for basic has a tier C.
I'd say aggression or defense. Defender, whatever it's called.
Let's do protection.
All right, protection. That's the word.
Hard knocks. All right, roll again for tier A.
5.
That is justice. Think fast.
And tier S.
Yep.
5. Good rolls. Would have been interested in a basic tier S though.
All right. We also might want to look at our extras and see if we want to sell anything. Because, I mean, actually, no, it only really matters if we decide we want to buy any of that stuff.
Agreed.
We can also buy an R&D package, which costs 750. Which would allow us to do a die roll and get random cards based on the die roll we get. Just out of the box. Oh, and we also both get an L2 drop each. So 150 and an L2 drop. Plus the stuff from here. Okay there. Alright. I defeated 1 minion. Yay. I get 1 L1 drop. You defeated 2 minions in a side scheme. So you get 2 L1 drops. And I believe the side scheme gives you experience. You get another 50 experience. So you have 200 experience. And I have 150. Alright. Let's do our drops and see what we get out of it. Alright, you want to roll yours first?
Sure.
Alright, roll your L1s first, so...
Just a D6 every time, yeah?
Yep.
L1. 4.
That'll be a C tier. Alright, do the next one.
5.
Also C tier. Alright, and then roll your L2.
6. That's not... That is crooked, but that is distinct.
Roll that again.
For
the type of tier B.
Alright.
5. So that is a justice. Alright, so 2 from here.
1 and 2.
And then 1 from here.
And here. Any other drops in pulling?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Booster boots.
Oh my gosh, I think we got all 3 of them.
Let's hold on to them so we never get them again. I mean, there's only what 16 more of those in the
Oh my gosh.
pile.
But we could sell them and actually get.
I am legitimately considering the fact that we don't draw them again to be a good thing.
Oh my gosh, go.
And
you that's another spiritual meditation that's useless too. So both of those cards are useless.
All right.
Actually, all 3 of those cards are useless.
Because it's Spycraft. Play only if you control a spy character. When you reveal an encounter card, discard Spycraft, cancel the effects of the card, and discard it. Then reveal another card from the encounter deck. Okay, so basically, I don't like that encounter card. Try again.
Yeah.
So yes.
Those are all useless. Okay, well,
those are my good rolls.
my turn. So my L1 drop. So that's a tier C. And my L2 drop. Tier B. And my L. Oh, and my choice. I'll take an aggression. I didn't need another lion weight. Oh, and another hit and run. Okay, so we don't really have anything else to change our decks up. So no point in worrying about that unless we're going to sell things. I don't know if the Hard Knocks is worth it or not.
I think it is.
So, do you want to try to... You currently have 200. You would have to sell 1 card in order to get there.
Mm-hmm. But yes, it is a protection card, so imagine that in Thor's deck, for now. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. If that enemy is defeated by this attack, minions are included in this, of course. Give your hero a tough status card.
It's a better version of invulnerability.
Yep. More versatile, I guess.
Yeah. I'm willing to. What do you want to sell?
See, that's the problem. I don't want to sell things and put them back in there.
You have no choice.
I know.
I'd say either a booster boots or a spiritual meditation. Or the government liaison.
Hold on to that. Like your use of it with Mockingbird is actually quite notable.
I mean, Mockingbird is a special case.
It's a special case, but like a very, very specific good combo. Oh, I'm gonna have to pay for this repeatedly at a discount. Fine, booster boots.
All right. I'll mix that back in later. All right. So
at this rate, we could probably make a. If we got enough cards for the for a Justice deck, will we be able to play it?
No, we have to actually unlock it.
Okay.
That actually is the... Okay, oh, also, by doing that, you're going to get an L3 drop.
I like that.
So go ahead and roll for your L3 drop.
2.
That is probably the worst you could have done.
Yep.
So, tier C basic.
Bottom of the card. Plan B, starring Spider-Ham. Play under any player's control, max 1 per player. Hero action, exhaust Plan B and discard 1 random card from your hand. Interesting. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. That is interesting. That is very interesting.
It is literally Plan B. It's basically you put it on the you put it on the table. Like I laughed at that when I first saw it. You put it on the table, and if the cards in your hand aren't working out, just throw one away and do 2 damage.
You could plan on that constantly. I love that card.
It's
It's an upgrade, so it's always out. You exhaust it, like, basically, the only time you don't use it is if you actually want to make use of all the cards in your hand. If you have...
the problem is it's a random card, but you can use it at the end of your turn when you only have 1 card left in your hand.
Exactly.
Do you want to put in your deck? What would you want to take out? You figure that out. I'm gonna look at the cards.
Yes, please, because I...
Oh, and you want to put Hard Knocks in your deck, don't you?
Yeah. I am not good at culling my deck.
Alright, well, I'm gonna line up the shield text. Alright, so we only get the regular sides. Alright, so... Ooh, that would be... Definitely not using that one. Nope. Mm. Possible. Oh, wow. Ooh. These are some good options, and I do not know what the best option would be.
I'm gonna end up... Oh, wait, those do not go in the deck, correct?
Hmm?
Those do not go in the deck?
No, they're permanent setups.
Okay. So I do not need to account for a 3rd card to get rid of.
What you doing?
Alright, so I'm definitely going to get rid of Athletic Conditioning. It's a good card to have, but not in all enemies. We haven't been dealing with that, so I can get rid of it for right now.
I mean, we didn't see as much of his deck as I would have liked before losing. But I will agree with you on that.
And I'm going to get rid of To the Rescue. So it's a tough one. It's remove 2 threat from a scheme, but it's also... It costs 2 to do that.
Yeah, that's a hard one to play.
So these are going in my deck.
Alright, so we each have to choose one of these. And...
Sorry. Start again. That one's 22. Okay.
I'm debating doing this one.
Set up permanent. Your identity gets +2 hit points. Hero interrupt. When the villain phase begins, spend 1 resource of any type to until the end of the phase. Anyway, reduce the amount of damage your hero takes from each enemy attacks by 1. That is
Yeah.
actually quite nice.
The problem is spending a resource from my hand.
So you would know when you want to do that, and if you
Yeah.
have a bunch of minions, that's a good investment.
Yes. The rest of these are all pretty good too. So this one would be good on me as well. It's your hero gets -1, your defense is +1, and gains 1 retaliate.
You might want to say what that
And
plus
steady.
-1 attack, +1 defense.
I completely my brain thought that those words came out and they did not. The only thing is I'm probably not gonna be. I don't really want to defend a lot, so setting myself up to defend is not the best option.
It would go well with the defense. So you're deciding. So you pick one of these, and those permanently go into play only on you,
Yes.
and you can't opt in or out. You can't decide I don't want to use this game.
No. This is the only game we can use it.
I'm just
At
saying.
the end of this game, once we win, we give them back.
Okay. And then they go back into the pool.
Yes.
Okay.
And then if we lose again, we do this again. If we lose a second time with these, then we can upgrade them. I think we have the choice of either using an enhanced version or getting 2 of them.
That's fair.
I'll have to double check that if we lose though.
Basically, you get another card, but you could increase the power of the one you already have. Which for this one would be 1 more hit point and discard top of your deck.
Okay. That's better actually. So you still have the resources in your hand for your next turn.
This one is -1 attack +2 defense. And gain retaliate 1 and stalwart.
Yeah, this one was steady. They don't want stalwart. I'm assuming that stalwart's better. I'd have to look up the difference.
What else we got? After your hero attacks, remove 1 dart counter from here. Deal 1 damage to an enemy.
And then alter ego action.
Spend 1 resource of any type. Place 3 dart counters here. Limit 1 per round.
I'm not sure how useful that is. This one might be useful for you.
After a minion or side scheme enters play, attach Wrist Navigator to it. When the attached card is defeated, draw 1 card, return this to your play area. It goes well with the theme. I don't know. Maybe it will be useful.
It would be useful for you because it will allow you to draw cards whenever you. It'll allow you to draw cards when you defeat things.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it just says enters play. It doesn't have to enter play against you.
That's true.
Oh, it's a forced response, so it's gonna happen whenever no matter who it goes into effect against. This one's also really good. I think for our thing, it's really good. The problem is the first part of it.
Your hero's basic thwart power can only remove threat from the scheme with the most threat. Your hero gets +1 threat, and your hero's basic thwarts ignore the crisis icon.
Yeah, that's why I think that would be good. And the +1 thwart.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is you wouldn't be allowed to thwart side schemes mostly, because most likely the main scheme is going to be where most of the threat is. It doesn't matter what the enhance is. We don't have to pick the enhance, the one we just used.
Mm-hmm. And the patrol keyword. So patrol still goes into effect.
Yeah, but for this one, patrol does. But we haven't seen it on any of his minions yet. We've seen guard.
Did we?
There's more of them.
You
I chose mine, and there's also more of them. But there's no way.
After your hero makes a basic attack against an enemy, discard top card of the encounter deck. No boost icons. It's no boost icons. Stun.
It would be nice, except we don't need him going through his encounter deck faster.
Nope. Also, we've yet to see nothing, I think.
Oh, I think we saw like once or twice, and there definitely is nothing in there on a couple, because the standard encounter set's in there, so there's definitely some that have nothing.
Exhaust this card and take 2 indirect damage and ready your hero.
We don't need to take damage.
Your hero. Hero means hero mode. Okay.
Yes.
Your hero gets -1 thwart and +1 attack. Basic attacks gain overkill at all times. That actually...
We don't need to put our thwart down to 0.
No, but imagine that on Thor.
Yeah, but that's not useful here. Not when he...
It would be interesting on Thor. He would have 0 thwart, but he would get basically 4 attack with overkill. So anytime I attack a minion with a basic attack, it goes on to the... It either... Like, all the damage is going somewhere.
Mm.
Like, that is not absolutely ridiculous.
I just think it's a bad idea here.
Potentially, yeah. Honestly, we always have problems with Thwart. I feel like there's one of these I didn't read. That one, attack.
No, you read them all.
Okay.
I think your best options are going to be either the retinal display or the wrist navigator.
Alright. Honestly, I want to avoid thwarting personally. Like, I can thwart with allies, but thwarting with Thor is fairly pointless unless it's to just push it right over the edge.
I don't think it's going to be possible, but...
But I don't want to,
Your
like,
choice.
I don't want to encourage me to be the one to do thwarts. Like, I don't want
Once
to
again,
consider...
I don't think it's going to be possible.
Basically, I don't like this for Thor. If we get somebody with 2, that would be useful, but not
Keep in
Thor.
mind, your attack is the same as my attack, by the way. Like,
3?
your basic attack, yeah. Like, so is mine. You are 2 plus your hammer, I'm 2 plus my bow.
So
We're the
we
exact same.
chose poorly and did not choose someone to thwart. Okay, where's Navigator?
Yeah, I'm just saying, most of Thor's attack, I think, is going to be coming from his cards and not his basic attack.
Or the fact that he can be readied by this card or that card. My stuff.
Alright.
I'm gonna stick Plan B and Hard Knocks in the middle before I do any shuffling.